Hey guys, so welcome back to this video in our TSQL series. In this video, we're going to be looking at the alter table statement. And just to give us some context about where the alter table or which type of statement it is, the alter table falls into the DDL type of SQL statements, which is the data definition language. And these are a set of SQL or TSQL commands which are used to create, modify, and delete database structures, but generally not the data itself. And these commands are not normally used by a end user, but rather by the people who are managing and accessing the database. So let's dive deep into the alter table statement. So the alter table statement is used to add, delete, or modify columns in an existing table, and it can also be used to add and drop constraints that already exist on a table. So the second use case we'll be discussing in a later video, but for now we'll be looking at three primary use cases, which is to add a new column to a table, to delete or drop a column that is already existing in a table, and the third is to modify a column in a table. So let's jump into the first use case, which is to add a column. So I've put the syntax up on the screen, which is basically alter table name, and then you write add column name and the data type you want. So let's jump into the demo. So here I've just created a mock table for us. As you can see, it's called persons, and it's got a person ID, it's got last name, first name, address, and city. So say we wanted to add a column to this table. So the keen-eyed among you would have recognized that these are NFL players. So suppose we want to add their player numbers as a column of integers. So how do we do that? Using the syntax, I came up with this table where we write with the statement where we write alter table persons, which is the table into which we want to insert the new column, add player number. Player number is the column name that we want to insert, and the data type is int. So let's just run that statement, and you can see that commands completed successfully. And then if we just check the table now, you can see that we've got a new column with player number in there. And say you wanted to insert data into that column, you just use the update command. So you update persons, which is the table, set player number to whatever, where person ID is the person that you're looking to add the player number for. So suppose you want to add player number 12 for Joe Burrow. You run this command, and then we just check the table. So you can see that we've got a player number 12 here. Alright, so going to the next use case of the alter table statement, which is the drop column functionality. So I've just pulled the syntax up on the screen, and this is also quite simple. So you just write alter table name, and below that drop column name. So quite straightforward, and I'll just show you a demo of that here below. So for this demo, we're going to be dropping the city column. As you can see here, we've got a column with cities and some junk data. So suppose we're not happy with that column and you want to drop it, we just write alter table persons, which is the table name from which you want to delete the column, drop column, and the column name, which is city. So let's just run that command. Commands completed successfully, as you can see. Now when we check the table and run, we can see that we've lost that city column. And finally, for the third functionality, we have the alter table and alter column inside the table. So using this, we can change the data type of an existing column in a table if we're not satisfied with the current data type. So I've put the syntax up. It's alter table name, alter column name, and data type following that. So if you've been paying attention, you understand that it's sort of a hybrid between the first two. and you can just scroll back and just confirm that for yourself. But let's look at a demonstration of how that works. So suppose we want to change the player number column into a float data type. Right now, if you remember, we had created it as an int data type, and just to check that, we can go into the design of the database, right? And you can see here, let me refresh, sorry. Yeah, you can see player number is an int right here. So suppose we want to make that a float, the statement would be alter table persons, which is the table name, alter column player number, which is the column whose data type we want to change, and then we specify the new data type, which is float. So let's just run this command. Command's completed successfully, and when you run the statement, the output is still the same, depending on what query management system you're using. But if we go to the table design and then refresh, yeah, it's design, you can see now that we've got a float here. So that was a look at the alter table statement and its 3 use cases. So thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below if you have any doubts, as it helps us to continue making videos like these. So once again, thank you guys.